season, and we're underway on EA Sports. It sails over the inline. Here's the second-year man from San Diego State, Rashad Penny. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The Pro Bowler Fletcher Cox there to get him down.
Now second and 6 at the 29-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Hey, you got 3.
Now Rashad Penny. Tackle made that time by Brandon Graham.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense, and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. First down, Seattle on a pickup of 13. Cousins now to throw on first down. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. And he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. 10, right at the 40.
51, Mike 51.
Cousins now. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Jennings was the one he was looking for, and now it's second down.
There are a good number of coaches at any time they call an in route are really worried about the play because there's so much traffic ordinarily that the ball has to get through to get to the receiver. And on that play, it was batted down.
A second down throw for Cousins. He will find the rookie from Ole Miss. That's DK Metcalf. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 15-yard line. They're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this. And, hey, you know, how are you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
I didn't offer mine.
You know, you were the smart one. Whatever they're doing, though, it's working really well.
Penny, a first down carry. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. The impressive opening drive continues, and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown. Bo Scarborough with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on their opening drive. Extra point up and through by Myers. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
Wentz and the Eagles now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Safety's creeping. Check 99.
Now a two-time 1,000-yard rusher for the Bears. This is Jordan Howard. He's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Push. Check. He's checking. Crash. Check 3. Switch.
They go counter with Howard. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Go. No. Say it.
They'll try to run for it with Howard. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
Here we go.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Let's go, defense. Here we go. Undercrush.
Down the man inside, down the man.
Whip. 13. Check 13. 55.
Now they'll throw it. Wentz. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Let's fight two.
Kill.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Michael Kendricks coming in to drop him. And, Charles, part of the reason they lost last week, they didn't have a single sack. Well, they changed that quickly.
But did they ever? And it was something they talked about with us extensively. They needed to get pressure. How were they going to get to the quarterback? Obviously, they schemed themselves into a great play, didn't they?
So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done.
Check. Crunch.
This is the former Nittany Lion, the rookie Miles Sanders. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Hey, empty.
Hey, watch it.
Now Wentz on 3rd down. He's got a first down and much more inside the 20. And finally taken down at the 15. And that'll wind up moving the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the Seahawks' 15-yard line.
First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now.
Sunday.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike. Hey, tight.
Hey, Echo.
Into the red zone. Wentz. That is caught inside the 5. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. After 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go. 180.
Let's go, T. Let's go. Big ass.
Lefty. Lean 5-3.
Check 37.
Here, shift.
He's mine.
Come on now. Look up.
On 1st and goal, Howard. And he's in. Touchdown, Eagles. Jordan Howard his 6th touchdown of the season, as they are now on the board here in the first half. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This is fielded at the goal line. A nice little juke. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team, and that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
First.
Throwing, Cousins. And this one's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And it's 2nd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. On 2nd down, Cousins again. That'll be caught by the rookie. It's Gary Jennings Jr. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 42. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Cousins. Dancing to his left. And he gets us down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir. Able to turn that into a positive gain. That's a jet sweep into the hands of Metcalf. 15 yards on the play, 1st down.
And while we're seeing more and more of these plays come from the college game into the NFL, and that one, it was run with great success, how about the evolution of the offensive linemen? We're seeing less and less big guys who can't move and more guys who are a lot more mobile and can get out in front of that type of a play.
From the red zone now, Cousins. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield. Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpire's got different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
Cousins. And this is incomplete. He was going for the tight end, Nick Vanette, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
They run. This is Scarborough. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Keep the hunt. Ready?
On 3rd down, Cousins. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. Gary Jennings, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And, you know, certainly a lot of football left to be played. We're not into December yet, but right now where we stand, they're first place in their division, looking good, looking to be a threat come January.
And let's think about what every team has in their goals, all right? Number one goal is what? Make the playoffs. Number two goal is win your division. Number three goal, and the biggest goal, I think, is to be the highest seed possible that you can be heading into the playoffs so that you can try to have as many home games as possible to try and get you to the Super Bowl.
And right now fighting for every win possible to try to at least secure home field for the wild card and or divisional round.
Tight dog, tight dog, tight dog. Alert 3, alert 3. Alert 3. 55, Mike, 55. Hey, eat.
On 2nd and 7, Wentz. And complete to Zach Ertz. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Go. Waiting.
So don't say nothing. Switch it.
Man 5-7.
Check 43. Check safety.
Here.
Mike 55.
Wait, good.
On first down, they run with Howard. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
Lion. Ram.
Watch twist. Check the backer.
From the 45 on 2nd down, Wentz throwing the out route incomplete. It's Hopkins. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
13 yards on the play.
People worry about throwing the out route because often it can get jumped, and that can turn into either an incompletion or an interception. But not on that one. Everything came together, and he catches it and goes over the sideline.
Wentz going to lead his guys up 1st and 10. And he's a perfect 5 for 5 here to begin the game.
Stand. Other side, solid.
Out of the gun, this is Howard. Now Howard stripped. He lost the football.
Wow. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter. 14-7. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
No.
Check 9. Back.
From the 25 on 2nd down, Wentz. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
25, check 25. Shit. Right there. 54, right there. 54.
Wentz looking to throw on 3rd and 2. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. So on comes the Eagle kicker, Jake Elliott, on 4th down. Right hash mark of 42-yard attempt. And Elliott puts this one through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So chalk that down as an 8-play drive capped with a field goal.
Yeah, as a friend of mine used to say, they were moving and grooving for a while, but they couldn't keep the momentum going enough to get a touchdown out of it.
After the field goal, here's Elliott to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
On first down, nothing opening up really on the running play. Give him maybe a yard, and it'll be second down. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 11 yards there, first down.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
Now Cousins, left side complete to Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. On 1st and 10, Cousins. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
They'll try the right side here with Penny. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. A good run got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Cousins to throw it. Flushed out right. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And Myers able to knock it through. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. You want the third quarter already? No problem. Let's do it. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Fresh out of the locker room, they hit him with a gain of over 20.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, it's Sanders. Philadelphia picking up the first on a gain of 15.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Check 24. Check. Rip. Kill. Under 10. 10.
From the gun, it's Wentz. Ertz has it left side. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
He's coming. Double up. He's coming. Double up.
From the red zone now, Wentz. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Unable to stop KJ right there as he slips by for the sack.
It's interesting, partner, that most defenses try and guard the 35-yard line actively because they think the way kickers are nowadays, about a 52-yard field goal, they're kind of giving up points. But you get even deeper into territory, you get into the red zone, they're going to guard it even more, which means more pressure, more blitzing.
Joker. Slam. Shoot. Watch the shoot.
Wentz off the fake handoff to Howard. He'll buy some time right. Caught right side, it's Jeffrey. And it's a fumble. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Weaving through traffic, and now he's free. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Myers connects on the PAT. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kicks away following that fumble return. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Eagles take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
Already at the go, they were backed up, coughed up the football, and then saw it go the other way for 6 points.
I just wonder, partner, sometimes they put such an emphasis on things, and you know in that situation, as they ran out there, they were told, take care of the football, don't cough it up. And sometimes that's the last thing you hear, and that's exactly what you do.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Check.
Lefty. Win 5-3. Check.
Wentz now on first down. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And the Seahawks have picked it up. 20, 10. And he is not quite going to make it all the way in. They'll mark him down right about the 1-yard line.
I think what we just saw there with that fumble return is the increased emphasis on taking the ball away from another team. And no one wants to just fall on in football anymore, do they? They want to take it and try and score themselves.
But when you fall 1 yard short of getting in the end zone, as a former defender, you know it hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
Not only does it hurt, the laughter in film is going to be intense. You are going to get jumped on for not making it all the way to the end zone.
They'll run for it with Bo Scarborough. And he's across the chalk into the end zone. Touchdown, Seahawks. Bo Scarborough, his second touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks capitalize on this short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point up and through by Myers. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken short. And a nice return sets them up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you.
That's caught at the 25. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Alshon Jeffrey, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Eagles make some inroads here on that deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Check me out. Hey, Mike 51, Mike 51.
Now Cousins. It's complete to Lockett. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. First down. Here's Cousins. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. He gets it to his running back, Rashad Penny. They'll get nothing out of that one, and it's going to lead to a 3rd down.
Brandon, just mark that under the category of just not successful. Trying to throw the ball, just didn't work on that one.
Completed it. No yardage. Again, it's Cousins. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is 3rd down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
Black, come on.
Watch the ship.
Man 5-7.
Watch the ship.
Lion.
Check 4. Check 24. Check 24. Check.
Ram.
Switch.
5-9.
So after the INT, here's Wentz. And a scary incompletion, almost picked off. It would have been their first INT of the game. Instead, second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Mike 5-5, Mike 55, Mike 5-5. Exit. Hatch it.
Hey, stand. Hey, other side, solid.
Wentz going to throw. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
I'm coming after you. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Check 52.
No. Hey, ram.
Check 99. Check 99.
Shotgun now for Wentz. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Seahawks take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brandon Graham in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball on this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Back near the goal line, Cousins. That one going to be complete to David Moore. 14 yards, but they're still well shy of a first as that leads to 4th down. Now here's Michael Dixon. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. The Eagles offense set to begin their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here.
Lefty.
March 49.
Hey, bunch. Full goal.
Say it. Undercrush.
On 1st down, Wentz. Now we have Wentz here, still down on the ground. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Set, ready? 18 Gator.
49. It's been a long day for you. Check 13. Check 13.
Go out.
Watch twist.
Look, squeeze.
Kill.
Look at me. Zipper. Ready?
On second down now, it's Sanders. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
That's good. For Eagles.
Now, this will probably be the last play of the quarter. That would carry for the fullback. This is Tommy Bohannon. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Eagles behind on the scoreboard, but with the football here as we start the fourth quarter.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Kill. Turn up.
General West.
Deuce.
Hey, lock it. Leo.
Crouch. Check. Lucky.
Hit it.
And here comes throw number 1 for the backup QB. Hopkins on the grab over the middle. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 25 yards there on the catch and run.
Didn't they tell us in our meetings that they needed to account for him on each and every play?
You think, a guy of his caliber? So how does a guy like him get that wide open?
That usually means there's a entire breakdown on what the coverage was. That everyone thought they were doing something, and they were supposed to be doing something else. But bottom line is, no matter what, you have to know where he is and cover him on every play.
And he showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
At the 16-yard line.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Hey, man up, D.
Rip.
Watch it. Big Ed.
Play action. Now Wentz. Eluding the pressure right. No, bottled up. Fumble. It's out. It's loose. And the Seahawks have picked it up. Look at the big man rumble. The 40. The 30. The 20. 10. And he's going to score. It's a Seahawk touchdown. The offense, they've had some sloppy moments. Sloppy there again on that one, and it could be the backbreaker.
From a defensive perspective, if the offense is going to be sloppy, you've got to take advantage of that. And that's what they've done all game long.
The extra point now coming from Myers. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Already at the line, this Philly offense set to go. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them. The coaches from all the way up here, they were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Watch out.
Run. Hey, empty. Shoot.
Throwing now is Wentz. Flush to his right. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he almost intercepted it. They haven't picked a ball off yet. That probably should have been their first. And it's 3rd down now. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now the Eagles will use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Here we go. 120. 46 down, man. 5-4.
Mark 55. Mark 55. I got you. Wide. Get wide. Check your hot read. Kill.
On third and long, it's Wentz. Pressure comes. He's taken down by the Seahawk defense. K.J. Wright able to drop him that time for his second sack of the evening. A rough couple of weeks for the man under center. 5 sacks last week, 4 now this week. Do you try to design some quicker developing plays if you're an offensive coordinator?
I think you do that. I think you also change his launch point at times. In other words, move your pocket to the right, to the left, roll him out, bootleg him. Do some different things so they can't just rely on the fact that he's going to take 3 to 5 steps back in the pocket and line up and throw the football.
Yeah, current formula's not working right now. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. It's Rashad Penny. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Now they'll run it again with Penny. And shedding through the tackle. Penny hit, and the ball is jarred free. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Switch up.
They'll run with Penny. Some extra space following the display of power. Down just inside the 45. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3. Here's Penny on the counter. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And all the way down to the 25-yard line. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down.
Exit.
To throw, Cousins. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got it 1st and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try and run forward with Penny. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. 2nd and goal, and Penny standing by himself in the backfield. Another try for Penny. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. Here's Penny. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Rashad Penny hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Seahawks are able to stretch that lead out a bit further.
Is it okay if I break one of our rules, partner, which is to never call a game over until it's over? Because this certainly feels like it's over after that drive.
Yeah, that was spirit-crushing, wasn't it? And now you just kind of felt the air go out of the balloon.
Yeah, they were fighting so hard to stay in there, and they knew they had to stop them on that drive. But when they were unable to, I think you're exactly right. You could see them sag on their sideline, and I think this one might just be over.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Check safety, check safety. Check nickel.
Now Wentz. And the Seahawk defense gets to him, and they bring him down. Bobby Wagner, his 2nd sack of the night.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to. They're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep